Well, let's draw this out a bit further. That's Camden Arts Centre. Silver-eared animals that don't listen, aren't intelligent. Hello. Hello. You going to come for lunch?
Going here for lunch?
Yes.
No, we just want to have a look.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Silver-haired ladies. Bicis, no tenemos bicis. A Jaguar house. Oh no, look. My goodness. We did a whole series about that last year, didn't we? Ended up with someone on the London Hackspace posting a comment about spontaneous appearance of white goods. Frankie goes to Hollywood. Draws. Look at that. What do you think of that, Michael Craig Martin? Somebody's got into your drawers, baby. Your pink bloomers, you old puffer. Sumo wrestling they do here. Going into full-on tragic comic mode. Stalk Mandeville Court to let. Langland Gardens. I just gave my seat, my dry seat, to a man who comes up there to have his lunch because it's the only green space in the street. Lots of property for sale. A flat in Mandeville Court. Would you like to live there, Natasha? Dunroben Court. You can take all your clothes off. 1928. Langland Gardens, here we are. How about that electric Mercedes Jaguar? Goodness me. Disaster response, fire and water damage specialists. How about that? Hannah Reed? What do you reckon? Take down that number, babe. Not bad. Little runabout. Goodness me, you can watch TV while you're driving. Watch out for that guy. Wow, what did I get up to now? It's just the kitchen. Eugenia Cheng was there. I've just got to the most exciting part of her book. I got through all the crap and put the book down, and I haven't started again. It starts, I'm at the chapter that starts order theory. I could show it to you, I think. It's not hard, Natasha. I brought my lunch. That's not obligatory. This book is an educational tour de force that presents mathematical thinking as a right-brained activity. Keith Devlin. Cheng is a brilliant writer with prose that feels like poetry. Her contagious enthusiasm makes her the perfect guide. John Ewing. A long-awaited, fully rigorous yet gentle introduction to the mathematics of mathematics, allowing anyone to experience the joy of learning to think categorically. Emily Reel. Johns Hopkins. Eugenia Cheng approaches the abstract mathematical area of category theory with pure love to reveal its beauty to anybody interested in learning something about contemporary mathematics. Murray Olivio, astrophysicist, author of The Golden Ratio and Brilliant Blunders. Eugenia Cheng's latest book will appeal to a remarkably broad and diverse audience, from non-mathematicians who would like to get a sense of what mathematics is really about, to experienced mathematicians who are not category theorists but would like a basic understanding of category theory. Tim Gowers, Collège de France Fields medalist, main editor of the Princeton Companion to Mathematics. At last, a book that makes category theory as simple as it really is. Cheng explains the subject in a clear and friendly way, in detail, not relying on material that only mathematics majors learn. Category theory, indeed mathematics as a whole, has been waiting for a book like this. John Byers, University of California, Riverside. John was the first person who told me that category theory was even a thing while I was an undergraduate. He had this email newsletter called This Week's Finds in Mathematical Physics. And that's when I heard the word functor, and I thought, gosh, what is this about? So this is how far I got. An ordered set is a set S equipped with a binary relation less than or equal to, satisfying 4 axioms. Reflexivity: A is less than or equal to A for all A in S. Antisymmetry: if A is less than or equal to B and B is less than or equal to A, then A is B. Transitivity: if A is less than or equal to B and B is less than or equal to C, then A is less than or equal to C. Trichotomy: for all A, B in S, A is less than B, or B is less than A, or A equals B. But you can abbreviate that trichotomy to, for all A, B in S, A is less than or equal to B, or B is less than or equal to A. And that's why it's a sort of dichotomy that's called a trichotomy. There's a little creature on my left ear. Can you see him? Or her? But this is where I'd got to, chapter 10. Ordered sets. Oh, he's really tickling me. I'll have to wait till after we've done this. But it's a little bit distracting. It's like having a feather in your ear. It's a great book. So yes, that trichotomy thing, I was once writing a piece of code. It's in my GitHub repo from Bolivia. It's when I was serializing standard ML objects, and I wanted to be able to tell whether one object was greater than another, greater than or equal to, and I came across that category, that dichotomy stroke trichotomy phenomenon at that point. And the reason I wanted to list them in order was that by ordering them, the serialization gave you a kind of canonical representation. That was a crow. A solitary crow, John. Wow. I don't want to overload this, but I think a good idea to walk on a bit. John put into the computer lab lunchtime reading shelf a copy of Penrose's Road to Reality, and I found it very useful. He said, I've read it and it's okay, and I thought it was great that it was there, because it's such a big fat book. I was trying to read it and I couldn't get it, I couldn't bring it every day to work because I cycled dozens of kilometers a day to and from work, and I had it at home, and so for a while I was reading it at home, and I could just go into the lab and there was a copy there, and I just picked it up and carried on. And then suddenly somebody took it. Oh, I'm just going to have lunch. There's nothing particularly symbolic about this. This is just what I bought it. I bought it at full price in the co-op, as you can tell from that video. And it's brown sourdough, and it stops you feeling hyperglycemic. Excuse me. That's all. So this book was there, and it was nice that it was there for a while, and then somebody took it. And I thought, well, I know they were there for the taking, but that just seemed a bit... But then again, you know, I took too many books from the railway station at Greenwich, so I left a signed copy of Alan Bennett's a signed copy of Alan Bennett's letters and writings at my friend Rod's house when I left. I thought that might be a bit more healthy than living Arnold Bennett and Hugh Walpole. That whole thing just did not sound healthy to me. Oh, I need one of these compost bins. Well, we haven't got a composting arrangement. Doesn't look so nice. What's due to the front of it? Blue efficiency. I don't know. It's just the bonnet. It's just the nose that's... So I've forgotten the name of the street that we're in. Too many cars and things. What's the name of the street? Oh, look at that. Hello. It's an old oak. Langdale. Is it Langdale? Thank you. There's a Royal Mail delivery van. A very mysterious thing. One of my housemates came and told me yesterday that when he's moving he needs boxes, and he said Amazon, for £15 Amazon will deliver Lindfield Gardens. Was it Lindfield, not Langland? Oh, it's Langland. Langland's program. Langland Gardens. That explains that. Langdale because of Lindfield. Old Lang Syne. Look, BMW made a Mercedes. That's nice. Do you need a USB adapter cable? Anyone? Spontaneous appearance of white goods. What is that for? Looks like a buoy. It's the opposite of a buoy. Ground level. Having trouble getting up. Solid iron. It's a wonder nobody's nicked it. Lindfield and Langland Gardens Neighbourhood Association. How can I stay safe? If you're a victim, know something about street robbery. If you see a robbery taking place, oh my goodness. Can we do better than this? Trees and green spaces. There, you can pause the video, they're on the case. We held 2 annual parties, the summer party and the winter party. Oh look, they had snow. That's about property development, I think. And car parking. Well, that's better. I got really angry with Royal Enfield. They had a shop in Cochabamba selling these, you know, really old kind of bikes that T.E. Lawrence would have looked at and, well, he'd have liked them, I suppose, but I found out later they were actually bought by an Indian company and they were manufactured in India. Boy, this empire, it's big, huh? I still like the idea of doing a trip to Yemen through the empty quarter. Some tents and some good camels. Where is Basma bin Saud? I haven't looked her up. Did she manage to leave? A Cooper-esque country man. Pretty big. See, the cars keep grabbing my attention. Here's some ivy. Ivy. What a sweetheart. For deliveries, press button for assistance. I did one of these walkabouts in Tapachula, but it really went nuts. I ended up back on the street for 3 or 4 days. Walking around in sandals. No, I wasn't in sandals. I was in some strange shoes that got sand in them, and then it chaffed and opened up cuts on my feet, and that's how I found Rosario, the village, and that's how I ended up finding a house to live in. Start your day over again. Linfield Gardens. Swiss Cottage 1 mile, Camden Town 2.5. I wonder why it's called Swiss Cottage. There's a big holly. Well, holly and ivy and it looks like they've been propping it up like mad. Wow. Or is that an art project? No, these are cables to hold the wall in. It was bursting, and they had to fix it. Fivefold. Pentasymmetry. Here's a sixfold. Oh no, five, but there's a... That really is 6 though. There's something to do with that in the ordinals, isn't there, Eugenia? In fact, they keep doing that. 2 and 3 get blurred and 5 and 6 get blurred. It was a real mystery to me why pine needles seem to come in prime numbers. Offer ends 22nd of September. Is that because I didn't sit in on a Korean maths lecture on how to properly use L'Hôpital's rule. Now I've got an insect on my nose. Maybe it's the same one. The buzzer is broken. Use hand gate. Beware of the dog. Please shut the gate. No wonder the dog can't shut the gate himself. It's stuck. I don't know why it looks misty. Frognall NW3. So that's the street that I was at the other end of. Oh, right. So that's the Camden Arts Centre down there. Hello. Rastafari sweeping up the leaves. Cactus security. Yeah, so when I was wandering around in Tapachula, I was eating tiny bits of various cacti. And I came across these agave outside this, what looked like a bank. It was incredible, beautifully landscaped, gardened. These agave were just majestically maintained, and they were just sculptures. I don't know if they were happy about it, but yeah, my friends, they've gone in there. Each one of those had to be made by someone and painted. But, 100 years ago, they go all the way up the road. I wonder if this is a school. No, it's a university college school. It is a school. UCL. Hannah Fry. I wonder if I'm allowed to make a quick. It's a nice school. Paulatum. Yeah, Hannah Fry on Bloomberg, who seem to have got the name business for their YouTube channel, which is amazing. Hannah Fry just appeared talking about animals talking. It's the plants, Hannah, it's the plants. Talk to Monica Gagliano. Greenaway House, Frognall. Greenaway Frognall. We want jeweled tree frogs, please. Bring on climate change. Gosh, UCL school is, I wonder who that is. Look at their front gate, used to be. Let's check this out, the aspect of it. What is that? Some kind of maple? No. They've grown rather large, larger than the architect intended. If we had some greenaway, you'd be able to see the king's head, as well as his body. He does have one, still. Oh, here's the modernisation. That's not bad, is it? No YouTubers, please. My architect designed 1970s house in Frognall. With my mahogany dustbin box. Look at that. Hardwood, probably from Southeast Asia. Frognall Close. Sounds ominous, doesn't it, Nick? But I'm talking to Natasha. But it's written in nice, modest little letters. Doesn't look like it got the crap bombed out of it, does it? Just before the tragic comics was published. Oh wow. A strange loop. What's the strangeness twisted out of it? Hello? afternoon. 62 Frognal. Wow. Living at number 62. Well, it has different effects on different people. Look at this. He can... James Bond lives there. Batman or somebody. he can park his car underneath in his basement if he wants. Oh look, aren't they sweet? Tiny little leaves. Aren't you clever? Oh wow. Roses. Beg your pardon. Nice copper coloured leaves. Look at that. Frognal Lane and Frognal Way. Wow. It's Frognal all around here. Nearly got run over by Fiat. Frognal Way, 5 miles per hour. Please leave your Porsche here. It's the nice thing about a pipe. Oh, that smells great. Rots your teeth though. 70 Frognal. Greybourne House. Church Road to Frognal Gardens and Heath Street. Let's go up there. I ain't afraid of no churches. Am I, Natalie? Porque no tengo un bici. Me perdió mi bici. And my ability to speak Spanish. can't believe they did that. No cold callers. Douse yourself in petrol before you press the bell.
Yeah. You sit there and think, okay, more flowers.
The signal.
Nice, but it's not really what you want being real, is it?
No, that's true.
It's a bit, I don't know. Yeah, I just felt.
Hampstead Community Choir. I'll leave that for my owner to worry about. Look at this. Who was buried there? I imagine being the person who had to make arrows in the arrow factory. Where was that? Up in the Peak District somewhere. Two o'clock. Holly Walk, unsuitable for wide vehicles. 1811. This ground was purchased in October 1811 by the trustees appointed under an Act of Parliament for providing an additional burying ground for the parish, and the same was consecrated for the purpose by the Right Reverend Lord Bishop of London on my birthday in 1812. Mr. George Payne, Mr. John Reeves, clerk to the trustees, church wardens. We'll have to look up Thomas Bellamy. Isn't that great? Should we read about it? The Parish Church of St. John at Hampstead. Principal monuments: George and Gerald du Maurier, Hugh Gaitskell, Beerbohm Tree, Anton Walbrook, Llewellyn Davies family, Kay Kendall, Arthur Waugh, Ava Gore Booth, Walter Besant, should have a damp tissue in my pocket. Walter Besant, George Gilbert Scott Jr., Eleanor Fargian, Hampstead's Pearly King and Queen, C.M. Joad, E.O. Giddon G.C., Basil Champneys, Randolph Schwab, E.V. Knox, Frank Soskis, Evelyn Underhill. Other monuments are to be found in the churchyard and in the church. For further information available in the church. Additional burial ground. Plaque donated by the Heath and Hampstead Society. You are here. In both senses of the word. Thinking about John Lennon. Where's John Lennon buried? I don't even know if he was buried. Should we go up Holly Walk to Prospect Place, Benham's Place and Holly Place? Or should we go and go into the main churchyard, having seen the overflow? (1745) Hampstead Community Choir. And Romans 12:5 quote. Harrison's tomb. Here we have John Constable, Philadelphia Hancock and Elizabeth Austin, Norman Shaw, Joanna Bailey, Henry Court, Thomas Gardner, John Merry, Nathaniel Booth, William Hart, Elizabeth Norton, Felix Hopkins, John Harrison, Philip Fenton, Thomas Holbridge, Thomas Packer, John Hindley War Memorial. Oh, and there, those are just the principal monuments. Should we go and see if we can find some non-principal ones?
Of the other side, it didn't used to be open to the public.
Which was a really old site, which the qualified didn't realise, didn't tell them that. I went there and when we were teenagers, we'd come around after school and we'd look at it. What was it before? It was close to the empty barrel. So it's supposed to be new. And the five years.
Elizabeth and William Shaw. Poor old William died at 51. So Elizabeth Shaw lasted 2 years longer than William. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. 99 years old. Wow. I'll leave you to see why she's so happy. Wow. Apparently it was closed for a long time. I'm just overhearing that conversation that you probably overheard as well. But they don't have a garbage man here. See, if this was a Mexican cemetery, there'd be lots of people drinking beer, and there'd be a place to leave your empties. My grandfather used to call those dead Marines. Well, when they were bottles. Let's find a non-principal resident. You'll do. Time to work out which side would have had that. Funny things, cemeteries, aren't they? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, little wren in that bush. Age 17, universally lamented. Goodness me. So was that interesting? Oh look. Hello. Good job. The story of the parish church begins in 986 with the granting of a charter to the Benedictine monks of Westminster. In 1312 comes the first reference to a church. The medieval building was later replaced in 1746 with the present church designed by John Sanderson. The churchyard is the oldest to survive unspoilt in the centre of Greater London. Many of the monuments predate this church, but the majority in this area are Georgian ledger stone and chest tombs, including some of great historic significance, such as those of the artist John Constable and the inventor of the marine chronometer, a device for establishing the east-west position or longitude of a ship at sea, John Harrison. The old churchyard was officially closed in 1878. The main approach to the church has the splendid set of wrought iron gates bought from Canons Park, Edgware in 1747. The war memorial in front of the main entrance was designed by two locally based architects, Temple L. Moore and his son-in-law Leslie T. Moore. The war memorial in front of the entrance. This is the entrance, right? Pretty little room. The war memorial in front of the entrance. Ah, Pro Patria. Por Patria. It's nice.